22.
That's 100 years.
It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. We just had our Citizens Ambulance folks in with us a while back, but we get to have them in with us again today, and we're happy for that because they've got some pretty exciting news. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. If you were watching on Facebook, from left to right, Dave Shaffer, and Sandi Gillette, and BJ Pino. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning. Good to have you all with us. The exciting thing, Sandi, you put it on the floor behind. Dave, reach down and hold that up so the folks on Facebook can see what we're talking about here. And Sandi, maybe if we pull that microphone over to you, you can explain to our radio listeners exactly what Dave is showing us.
Well, we are pretty excited this morning to announce the JoJo Challenge. Last week, we had a meeting at Citizens Ambulance with a number of community leaders, and we spent some time explaining our situation, which is not unique to us, but many. Senator Pittman was there. He reiterated the same, and as a result of the meeting, we had the great minds of our town and county come together. And as a result, we had two anonymous folks who came to us and said, we will give $100,000 up to in matching funds from now until April 30th. So those funds can be in the way of donations from individuals, businesses, municipalities, any way that you want to share some of your extra dollars with citizens, and they will be doubled. So don't be shy about $20 because it becomes $40. Yeah. So that was what we had from two of the folks, and we're working on some other ideas from that group.
Now that's between now and when?
April 30th.
Between now and April 30th, whatever is raised by Citizens Ambulance, all the way up to $100,000 will be doubled. It'll be matched.
Exactly.
Wow. BJ Pino, of course, for a lot of years, Citizens Ambulance has been, along with so many others, looking for the funds to do things and do things right. You've always done things right at Citizens Ambulance. Something like this helps, doesn't it?
It's big. This is something that it was so refreshing, number one, to see the attendance. Sandi did an excellent job of getting our community leaders together. And, thanks again to Joe Pittman, Senator Joe Pittman, and Joe Ruschini for co-hosting that. It was very kind of them to do it. And we had a wonderful room there of people that really care about the community. Mm-hmm. And it was obvious that they wanted to find some immediate solutions to the immediate need. I know I use that word a lot, but it has to be, people need to understand that Citizens requires quite a bit of money on a daily basis just to keep this place as far as the cost of readiness in our response system. Mm-hmm. And it's an expensive endeavor that just is not covered by anything. So, but it's so necessary. I mean, you have to be there in order to respond. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they know that we need immediate cash flow. And so this was the way that they saw that they could get at least some money coming in the door to take a little bit of the pressure off. It doesn't remove the need for the $1.5 million that the deficit is for this year. Mm-hmm. But it is immediate cash flow that's going to help continue our service. Yeah. And it's so welcomed, and it's just a breath of fresh air for us.
Absolutely. And Dave, I know that it means a lot to you as well, that this is something that is or can be applied immediately right now, and it is so needed. And the need will go on even after this is over, even after this year's campaign is over. There will always be the need. But to see that people recognize that is pretty gratifying on your part, isn't it?
Yeah, communication and education are our biggest tools right now in regards to getting the word out, and I do thank you for that. Since we were here the last 2 weeks ago, we've received 75 memberships through the mail or through our website, which is pretty significant right now because the drive is technically over in regards to that. But the website is available. there'll be a letter out. The information will be available on our website for a link to this information we had dropped off today as well. So, like I said, you have to get the word out to let people know what's going on. There was a lot of comments at that meeting last week of people that had no idea what we do, the extent that we do it, the square miles we cover, the people that we protect, and so on and so forth. So an integral part of that with public safety is certainly EMS, police, and fire in regards to that avenue that we're trying to get the word out to as well.
Yeah. Interesting, BJ, the way that he put that, because we're talking about a group of community leaders, people who have probably heard appeals for Citizens Ambulance and for other agencies for quite some time. And yet still, there's a misconception that Citizens Ambulance is funded by Harrisburg, funded by this or by that, or this endowment. None of that stuff exists. You have to go out there and you have to do it. And memberships are certainly a great way to raise funds. But to have people that begin to see that need and see that light a little bit, it's a good thing now.
It is. And one of the things that was recognized that evening was our dollar theory, where the very same thing that you talked about. They had no clue or idea that on an annual basis, we have to go find every 22 cents of every dollar after we have exhausted every possible revenue, revenue stream. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing to think that folks just think, well, you're funded by this. You get money from the insurance companies, in Harrisburg. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot run a business when everything, including your membership dollars and grants and everything else, and you still have to almost find every quarter of every dollar. Mm-hmm. We just can't squeeze a rock anymore. It just can't happen. So it was a good educational session last week. Yeah. And again, it was a great feeling to see the group just embrace the organization and what it stands for. And that was something that was extremely important to all of us.
So $100,000 between now and April 30th, everything raised by Citizens Ambulance, up to $100,000 will be matched, and right. So it will double. Sandy, what do people need to do now?
Well, now people need to go to our website. Let's use that.
Dave has the poster, and he'll hold it up there again.
Right. Which one did we use on the web? Dave, I'm sorry.
www.citizensambulance.org, or you can call the office at 724-349-5511, and someone will be able to help you and direct you into that request. We can send you a mailer, or we can put you to the website where donations are available by clicking a simple button that says Donate Now.
All right, so citizensambulance.org. Dave, give that phone number again.
724-349-5511.
Very good, very good.
Or if you're just apt to today, you're sitting and listening with your coffee, you can certainly mail your check to Citizens Ambulance Service, P.O. Box 237.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
Indiana, 15701.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good. We need to get things rolling here. It's crunch time, BJ, for Citizens Ambulance right now, isn't it?
It is. It's crunch time for EMS across the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
I went as we talked in our last show, mm-hmm. This is not unique to Citizens Ambulance Service. This is across the board. But the thing that is unique to Citizens is the way that we do things in our 1,100 square mile service area, which is quite rural. And we want to maintain that, and we want to maintain the quality of service. And I think that the listeners need to understand you've got community leaders, you've got government leaders that are trying to solve the end game. Mm-hmm. But what we need here, starting with this challenge, is to find a way to get from here to 2024 so that we can get into a more sustainable annual income to support emergency medical services in our service area.
As you point out, so many ambulance services are dealing with the same financial struggles. we have seen ambulance services close in our
Yes,
area.
yes.
Citizens Ambulance has actually stepped up and covered the gap for
correct.
some of the services that no longer exist.
Yes.
Which stretches your resources even more.
Right.
And makes it really incumbent upon folks. Sandy, can people still get memberships even though the campaign is technically over?
Oh, absolutely. It's on our website. Click on Become a Member. And please don't think you don't need to be a member because you have insurance or whatever thinking you have. I know a young person I talked to the other day said, oh, we don't need an ambulance. We'll just drive up. So that isn't always the case. So please look at what that $65 can do as a 62 or younger, $75 for a family, what that can do to sustain our county-wide service. That's a ticket. We're special here. We have this county-wide, and if that goes away, it's going to be awful hard to repair.
Absolutely. All right. So there you go. The JoJo Challenge is out there. Make your contribution to Citizens Ambulance. Become a member of Citizens Ambulance Service. It is vitally important between now and April the 30th. Got to raise $100,000. And that will be matched by these two anonymous donors.
Can I take 2 seconds and say thanks to you
You can. Well, thank you.
and this radio station for supporting us? Thank you.
It is our pleasure because this is such a vital service. All right. It is Indiana in the Morning. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.